What's up, YouTube, and welcome to Travel Adventures with Eric B. I'm Eric B, and today we're going to talk about 12 things that you should know before you come to the state of Mississippi. Let's go. This video is for those of you who are coming to Mississippi, whether it be for work or for personal travel, or maybe you have family here, but you're coming to Mississippi and you don't know a lot about the state. Well, I'm going to help you out with some things to help you to optimize your travel. The first thing you should know about the state of Mississippi is that it's a very rural state. There's a lot of green here, so you can find a lot of beauty here. There's not a lot of hills or mountains here either, but over 50% of the state is rural, and over 50% of the residents of the state live in rural areas. So don't expect a lot of big cities in the state. We'll talk about some of those cities, but Mississippi is a very rural state. I mentioned the state doesn't have a lot of big cities. The largest city in the state with just over 150,000 is the capital city of Jackson. It has more than twice the population of the second largest city, Gulfport. One of the cool things about Jackson, though, is if you're down in the downtown area where the state capital is, there's a lot of cool museums, nice civil rights museum, art museums, nice down there. A lot of different museums. So there's a lot of things you definitely want to check out downtown around the capital. Number 3, if you're looking for a good sleeper town in Mississippi, in the northern part of the state, there's Oxford, the home of the Ole Miss Rebels, as they like to say, hotty toddy. But this is a really cool spot. It's a juxtaposition from Mississippi State and Starkville, which is more country. Oxford's a little more preppy in their campus, but there's a really cool area, really nice courthouse, and equipped with a red phone booth, just like London. Not London, no, but you see the courthouse right there. But it's really nice. A lot of antique shops, a lot of restaurants, bars, nice area. Of course, the campus is really nice as well. And there's an area on campus called the Grove where they have all the tailgating and everything. If you go check out a football game, maybe you'll go say hotty toddy, or you're an LSU Tiger or an Alabama Crimson Tide and you're going against hotty toddy. There's the phone booth right there, but a really neat town, fastest growing town in all of the state. The fourth thing to know about Mississippi is about the beach town of Biloxi. Now, if you love the casino, Biloxi is loaded with casinos. Now, a lot of people think of Biloxi when they think about the beaches, but you know, there's a whole big beachfront area, which we'll get into. Also, you could go see the Biloxi Shuckers, catch you a minor league baseball game and have a lot of fun. And that's directly across the street from the largest casino, I believe, in Biloxi, the Beau Rivage Casino. Nice park, MGM Park. Go catch a minor league game. But the casino scene in Biloxi is definitely on point, so you definitely want to catch the casino and catch one of these buffets. The buffets are also excellent in Biloxi, and with so many different casinos down in the Gulfport area, the casinos with the buffets, they compete a little bit for best buffets, so make sure you're checking out the buffets at the casino. Now, a lot of people have heard of Biloxi, but there's more to the Mississippi Gulf Coast than just Biloxi. Longest man-made beach in the country in this area. But Gulfport is actually the biggest of the towns along the Mississippi Gulf Coast. And you're getting a look right here at Fishbone Alley, which is a really cool area in Gulfport with restaurants and bars and everything. But this whole area, the beachfront of it, you could go out and get your jet skis and go out on the water and really have a really good time. And of course, there's all the home rentals, Airbnbs and everything out on the beachfront. Biggest man-made beach, as I mentioned, in the whole country, which spans all along the Mississippi Gulf Coast. But you should definitely check out the entire coast. There's a lot to do on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, more than just Biloxi and the casinos. Check out the man-made beach and go have a good time out on the water. So if you're looking for a nice historical town in the state to check out, Vicksburg is just that. Located in western Mississippi, right on the Louisiana-Mississippi border on the Mississippi River, Vicksburg was the site of a key Civil War battle, the Siege of Vicksburg. Also the host of the National Military Park. And Vicksburg has a lot of things to see there, including the Coke Museum, a beautiful old courthouse museum. Vicksburg is known for its history, its antebellum homes, and Civil War battlegrounds. Now, the state, as I mentioned earlier, was the battleground for the siege of Vicksburg, which gave control of the Mississippi River back to the Union around the same time when General Robert E. Lee was defeated in Gettysburg, which turned out to be the turning point of the Civil War itself. But Vicksburg is the perfect place to go to if you're interested in Civil War history, seeing some monuments there and really reliving those times in American history. Vicksburg is by far one of the most historic towns in the nation. Established in 1811, the town actually predates back to the colonial times when the French built Fort St. Pierre nearby. That's how long Vicksburg has been around, and that's how long it dates back. As I mentioned the National Military Park earlier, you can take tours there and you can see attack sites, historical forts. You can see the National Cemetery, the USS Cairo Museum there, and you can really take in monuments and over 1,000 grave sites of people who died during the war. Seventh thing you should know is about the weather. Now, you should definitely know when you come to this state, it's in the deep south, so it's going to be really, really hot and really, really humid if you come during the summer. But one thing that's also important to notice is you'll see all of these houses are built up on stilts. These houses are built up like this because hurricane season, tropical storm season, pretty much the worst from June to September. There's another month or two of wiggle room before and after, but mainly between June and September. These storms come through every year and they have torn up so much of this property. Katrina really devastated the Mississippi Gulf Coast in particular. And if you're in southern part of Mississippi, hurricane and tropical storm seasons, you always have to worry about it. Not so much in the north, but along the Gulf Coast region, you have to worry about this. And so many people have lost their homes and their property. So you may have came in the past and stayed in an Airbnb, and you'll notice so many empty lots these days because so many houses have been lost over time. So keep that in mind when the storm season hits. The eighth thing you should do if you're visiting Mississippi is you should visit Natchez, which is a charming little town along the Mississippi River, one of the oldest towns in the USA, established way back in the early 1700s, one of the oldest European settlements, known for its beautiful historical homes. Now, Natchez is located in a location where it's not really the easiest to get to, but if you're in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, or you're in Jackson, Mississippi, pretty easy to get to Natchez from either location. But if you're into the historical homes and the plantation homes, really nice place to visit. Ninth thing you should know about Mississippi is you should know about the bugs. The bugs here, it's in particular love bugs because they will splat into your car and they will make an absolute mess. But not just love bugs, mosquitoes. The bugs here are big and they're literally everywhere. You need to know that about the deep south in general. 10th thing you should know about Mississippi. Mississippi is the birthplace of music, and you should know that Elvis Presley is from Tupelo. I mean, everyone thinks he's from Tennessee because of Graceland and Memphis and everything, but he is indeed from Tupelo, Mississippi. And you could go to Tupelo and go see Elvis's birth home and everything there. And you can indeed go tour Elvis's birth home. Tupelo, Mississippi is located in the northern part of the state, so it's not that far from Memphis. So if you're already up in that area to go see Graceland, you could go see his birthplace as well. The 11th thing you should know about Mississippi is if you're in Mississippi, as I mentioned, there's not any big cities there, but it's close to Memphis. You can go to Memphis. It borders at New Orleans, also very close to the Gulf Coast, less than an hour from Biloxi in that area. Or you can go up to Nashville, which is also not far if you're in northern Mississippi, around Starkville area. So there's three options right there if you're in Mississippi and you're looking to go somewhere else. Nashville's close, Memphis is close, and New Orleans is close for a different atmosphere. The last thing I want to tackle, for those of you coming to Mississippi, you hear the stereotypes and everything in the state of Mississippi. We all know the stereotypes. Mississippi is indeed a very poor state. There's bad infrastructure, things like that. You come into Mississippi to visit, we hear all of the negative stereotypes of the people. Yeah, you will see people driving along with the dangly balls on the back of the big trucks and things like that. You will see the Confederate flag some. You will see some of those things. I've been traveling to Mississippi a lot of years. I've even worked out of Mississippi. But don't let those type of things keep you from coming to Mississippi. Keep an open mind. They're great people in Mississippi. Don't worry about all of the negative stereotypes about the state. But do keep in mind, though, you hear the negative stereotypes. Many of those negative stereotypes are absolutely true, but Mississippi is definitely a state worth visiting. And that's all, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I ask that you please hit the like, please hit the subscribe button, please hit the bell notification so you can know when I have more material coming out in the future. Help us to continue to grow as a travel community. And as always, remember, live today, grow today, tomorrow's never guaranteed. Peace! And travel. Lots and lots of travel. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Leave any comments below. I love to interact and help us to continue to grow as a travel community.